Hi everyone, this is Deb Tim, a Canadian girl, and today I want to share with you a little tour of my 5 show tanks. So 5 tanks in 5 minutes, so please stay tuned. Let's begin this tour with my newest tank. This is a 60-gallon long I'm currently using as a grow-out tank. As you can see, the yellow is the prominent color in this aquarium. I removed the 2 tumblers I had in here, and those babies are now in a fry tank in my little fish room. In this tank, I'm using a sand substrate, a mix of pool filter sand and black sand. I'm using 2 HOB Aqueon 75s as filtration and a reticulated sponge filter. I'm also running 2 heaters. I had all the supplies in my basement hoard, the rocks I've collected on hikes. The HOB filters are from old tanks that now have canisters. I suppose I did spend a little on the plants, but for now I'm very happy with this tank and its use. I will be moving stock out as the next brood are big enough to join. Moving on to my planted paradise. I run a Fluval 406 on this aquarium, which gives it excellent filtration. I have made a few changes. First, I removed all the Kambamba plants. You know I loved those plants, but they were growing so fast in their haste to reach the surface that they were losing all their lower leaves. I understand they need more light than I was initially told. Now, I'm not sure if that's the reason, but I like it much better now. So while I did that, I also moved the rocks around. You may notice I also added a couple air stones to give the water more oxygen. And then at the top of the back of the aquarium, I stuck in some pothos stems. I have a ton of pothos, and I'm getting them started in my tanks. I absolutely love the look of the roots hanging in the tank, and it's a cool jungle for the fish to explore. I did fix a light for them that is actually giving the tank itself a little more light as well. This is my 75-gallon where Eric lives with his new tank mates. Looking at this tank, I don't see it as Humphrey's tank anymore. He was in isolation for so long that it seems to have become Eric's tank. I feel really good about that. I have changed their scape a little. I gave Eric a little crock in the corner, but they all seem to prefer sleeping in the back behind the driftwood. I cannot believe how quickly the Oscars are growing. And check out the lovely lips on Bogey. The little red devil has completely lost all his baby colors. Now it's time to watch him turn red. You may not have noticed, but I did move Raffy, my giant Raphael catfish, into this tank. I plan on selling him. I run 2 canister filters on this tank as these are big fish. I have an Eheim 3 Pro and a Cobalt EXT canister filters along with a reticulated sponge filter and an air stone. When you have big fish, you have big waste, you need big filtration. Now let's look at my African cichlids in my 75-gallon aquarium. These guys are the most active of all my fish. They go and never seem to stop. Even my poor fake plants are no match for them as they are moved around constantly by their digging. I'll give you one guess as to who's holding in here. If you guessed a yellow lab, you win the prize. I have very few females in here that I know of. And 2 are very prolific breeders, keeping my tumblers busy. There's not much else to say about this group of cichlids other than they are thoroughly entertaining. I find I can watch them for hours on end. They are by far the most aggressive, curious, boisterous, hoggish, intelligent, and amusing fish in my collection. On this aquarium, as it's overstocked highly, I have Uber filtration running, an API Philstar XL and an Eheim Classic with a reticulated sponge filter as well. finishing my tour with my 150-gallon aquarium, home to my Geophagus altifrons and my stunning silver dollars. 2 of the angelfish have been picking on the golden marble, and I think I will need to move him into the paradise. Right now I have an altifrons in a hospital tank. He's been in there over a week now and almost completely healed. He had some fin damage and I didn't want to risk it getting any worse. My 3 little babies are doing excellent in their breeder box. They are on a brine shrimp diet 4 times a day. I have had 3 pairs all breeding at the same time, but no babies yet. I'm happy that they're breeding. Hopefully they will be raising some fry soon. That's the main reason I removed Rafe, my Raphael catfish, out, as he was hiding under the driftwood too close to where a pair was breeding. I'm hoping moving him will help. On this tank, I'm running 2 FX4s and a reticulated sponge filter. Until next time, this is Deb Tim signing out. Thanks so much for watching. I hope your week is off to a great start, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.